Good morning, hello everyone, welcome to External Star Channel. My name is Mark, as you already know, and today I will be unboxing, assembling and not reviewing this time this ICM model of a Chernobyl diorama, including this cabin that I'm just showing you, and then 4 figures. You can see them right now. Each figure consists of 6 pieces, I believe. 2 legs, 2 arms, a head and torso. And then my favorite part, and actually consisting of almost 300 parts, this ZIL 131 truck, Soviet military truck, in this case used in this Chernobyl diorama, so you can see the background and you can see the road, and actually this paper was attached in the box. Probably I will later use it in my custom-made diorama as well. But now let's put it back. Okay, so first I was going to study the whole manual, how to assemble the whole model, and actually that's for the first time after almost 20 years, maybe even more, when I try to assemble another plastic model. So this time it's no die cast, it's really plastic, and as a kid, maybe a teenager as well, I was assembling actually and painting those plastic models, and this time I decided that I will do it one more time. So yeah, studying all the manuals, that's the first thing. We have some nice decals here, the stop sign and license plate, everything is here in the box, so I'm looking forward already to start assembling it. Okay, so you see that I decided to start here with the truck. Of course, that's the most interesting part in my opinion, and I first need to cut out all the small pieces one by one, actually. So I just start with here 2 of them, and I think that's part of the exhaust or part of the chassis here. And yeah, you see that all the pieces are numbered. So in the manual you just find the number, and then you can find the number also on this prefabricated plastic plate, or I don't know how to call it exactly, and then cut out the part, and then you start assembling. And I was actually quite careful and precise with the first pieces. I was really paying all the attention to make it perfect. But then later, and I will show it to you, I realized that many of those parts will not be visible on the final model. So here again, applying a little bit of glue. I bought all the Tamiya and so on equipment. It was quite expensive. It was like, I don't know, $500 US for all the colors, paintbrush, scissors, glue, a lot of things actually that you need. And then you just start assembling, and this is already the undercarriage. So here, yeah, it's it's quite sensitive. You need to pay a lot of attention not to break anything, but yeah, if you spend or dedicate a lot of time and then to each individual piece at least 1 hour, then the result can be quite good. You see here that part took me about 3 hours just to do this, but it's nice. Later I realized that nobody will actually see it, and nobody will check what is underneath of the model. So next time when I assemble it, I will probably pay a little bit less attention what is underneath, and probably pay more attention and be more precise with what is above. You see here that we have the gas tanks, for example, and I decided that I will not glue them in right now at this stage, as mentioned in the manual, but I will first paint them separately so that they are perfectly painted from all the sides. So here you can see my paintbrush, and this is actually my very first use of paintbrush in my life. I have never used it before. I just watched some videos how to do that, and here, yeah, this is what you should not do actually. You should drop, yeah, this is how you do it. Yeah, so you just drop few drops actually to the paintbrush, and then a little bit of thinner, and then you start spraying. As I said, this is my first attempt, so I used here the gas tank from the truck. First layer, so that's the black layer. It's gloss black, and actually there are some parts on this model which are gloss black. Some of them are matte black. Okay, so here that's the first one, and now I didn't know what to do with that. Okay, so first I attached some wooden toothpicks to every part, and then, yeah, holding just the toothpick here, that's the whole chassis without some smaller details. But again, next time I will first assemble everything and then paint it. This way, by painting all individual pieces separately, this is a nightmare. But since I really wanted to be precise and paint everything from every side, then I did it separately. But next time, believe me, I will just do it in one run when I assemble, for example, the whole undercarriage, including all the engine, transmission, everything, and then I spray it with a paint. And then, of course, you need to also here clean it, and that's also terrible. I'm using this liquid glue or plastic glue to attach the toothpick to every single piece. And again, I don't know if this was really necessary. So next time, as I said, I would first assemble it, put it together, and then paint it. During my process, I decided to take the hard way, and I first attached this toothpick to every single part, then I painted it with a paintbrush, and then I assembled it. It was really time consuming, and the result would be probably the same as if I only assemble it and then I spray it. So yeah, I used this old box. I think one of the models came in this box, and that's my painting box at the moment, because I don't want the paint to be everywhere in the room. But maybe I did two mistakes here, yeah? So that was really my first attempt, and now when I'm editing the video, I already know what was wrong. And the first thing, I didn't have gloves here. Yeah, so I was painting this piece, and then my left hand was painted as well. Even if I used this toothpick to hold it, a lot of drops were actually landed on my hand, and then I was not able to clean it. Second thing, next time I will also probably use a respirator or some face mask, because the very minimal drops or particles of the color are actually everywhere in the air, not only in the box. Yeah, that's what I expected, that everything would be only in the box, but actually it was everywhere. And then my nose was actually full of this black color, so when I blew my nose, I saw black pieces, and it was not really a pleasant experience. Yeah, so probably it's also a little bit dangerous, and maybe some cancer could be caused by inhaling the small particles. Okay, but as you can see, I was really spraying every single small piece individually, and then after I was done, I was actually placing them here on the box to the top. Yeah, so here you can see already the result. Very nice. That's the chassis. Yeah, that's the base, probably how we would call it. Then we have also all the wheels, we have all the parts of the engine, yeah, so the whole engine, and then also the transmission, suspension, quite everything is here. And next time I would just not bother myself with up spraying everything individually. It was so time consuming, guys. But yeah, in the end it looks okay, but as I said, nobody will ever see it. And I also later discovered that this engine will be completely covered, so no chance to see it anymore. Here I'm trying to put together the engine, and actually it didn't fit so perfectly. I had to really push it down. And yeah, maybe you see that I used also this gray color, red color, and actually also a lot of shading and rust to make this engine look really perfect. But later it will be hidden under the bonnet, so nobody will see it, and all my effort, all my work will be probably lost forever. So here everything assembled, the gas tanks, one on each side, and also the engine is on its place. You see that I really used a lot of different colors, and later also some shading. Here you can already see some dust on the front fender, and yeah, actually applying this rust was I was maybe too early with that. Next time I will do it a little bit later. Yeah, and actually now you also see here the details of the suspension in the front. So everything was painted already now separately, then assembled together. And this radiator in the front, yeah, it's actually also one piece that I did separately. Here you can see the engine and all the different colors and everything what I did. Yeah, maybe it was just too much work and not worth it, because it will be hidden and nobody will be able to see it ever. Okay, so then I applied here this rust effect. It's a wash, and I must say that it was extremely smelly, stinky. I don't know what is this made of, but actually it was vaporizing a lot, and I was really dizzy after applying this rust. So next time I really need to use a face mask or some kind of safe environment. Yeah, here my window was not open. I will not do it again, because yeah, it was really terrible and it's very dangerous, I guess. I also took all the wheels, and I had another wash which is called mud, or also some sand and also rust. So I actually applied 3 different kinds of wash to somehow improve the quality, the visual quality of the wheels, to make it realistic, a little bit dusty, muddy and dirty. And yeah, of course you will see the result in the end. Here again applying some kind of dirt here everywhere on the chassis, on the fender, also here a little bit on the engine, so that it looks realistic. And here you can already see that I assembled the whole undercarriage. That's the part 1 of the whole model assembly. And yeah, those wheels actually are from rubber, and yeah, I really appreciated that it's not just a simple hard plastic, but they are rubber and quite fancy, but now in my case already dirty with a lot of dust. And now you already see the cabin, a little bit of the cabin, which is still gray and not glued in, but I just wanted to have some first impression of how large this truck will be eventually. So here you can see that if I touch it, yeah, I can easily break it, because I have not used glue yet. It was just for the purposes to have some first feeling how the entire model will look like, and actually if everything fits together. And basically what I found here, that the fenders will actually, it will be very difficult to put them there because they do not fit perfectly. Everything else is quite okay. You see here actually the doors, the hood, yeah, the front grille, also the dashboard. Here the fenders, I already attached the lights, the headlights, and actually when when I was doing that, I was cutting it somehow incorrectly or wrongly, and you see that it doesn't look really perfect, and I had to use some techniques to repair it. Then I was actually spraying every part here again separately. I don't want to do it again. Yeah, it was so time consuming, guys. And next time, what I saw also in some other videos, people just assemble the whole cabin. They spray it first inside, then outside. Yeah, they do some masking with the masking tape, and then that's it. But I was actually doing every piece separately. I actually colored some of them even when they were still on this board. And before I cut it, I already sprayed it. Here you can actually see the truck semi-assembled. Yeah, so the cabin, some of the parts are already assembled, but not everything. Again, I wanted to see how this will fit together, and I had some issues because the engine was a little bit bigger on the left side and I couldn't fit the left fender. So then I had to apply a lot of pressure, and I was afraid that something can be easily destroyed. Okay, so you see that the doors are still not attached. Here, that's the front grille. And the engine, this is actually one of the last views on the engine, because later it will be covered. Yes, oh, look at that. I paid so much attention. I want to remember at least what I did. Thanks to this video, when I play it again, I will see all the effort, because nobody will again appreciate what is inside of the model. It's a hidden treasure. Okay, and then some details like this additional light on the left side of the truck. It's something similar like the police vehicles have to better see the suspect, but here I don't know why the military cars have it. Maybe if they are driving somewhere in a jungle to better see the road. Maybe that's one of the reasons. Anyway, I just assembled it here, and you see that it fits perfectly again, and there are many pieces, so even this small light is assembled from 3 different pieces. Okay, so once the whole cabin was done, I decided to continue here with the cargo area, and this is actually one huge box with many windows, and I don't know what's actually the purpose of this truck. So probably I saw something similar in some movies, and during World War II, the German, or actually not German, it was the Nazi army, they used similar trucks to kill people. Yeah, so they just used some gas which they put inside, and then all the people locked in this room were killed. Yeah, so it was some kind of mobile concentration camp, and they actually killed many people in such trucks. Then the question is, why also the Russian army has a similar truck, and why they used it here in Chernobyl in 1986. I think the reason was that it's not only good to keep some people inside and kill them, but actually also to keep them inside and protect them from the environment. And you know that in Chernobyl there were a lot of radiation everywhere outside, and actually the people inside of this truck, they could be protected. Yeah, so it had some filtration system, some good air conditioning, and actually people could stay inside without being in danger. Yeah, so this time they used those kind of trucks to do good things, not only bad things. And here you can see that I finally assembled the whole piece together, and then I sprayed the interior with this gray color, and I found many pieces there on the wall which somehow were dedicated I don't know. So I would expect that you somehow put more things inside, some chairs, maybe a mobile bed, and actually it was not the case here. So I was actually missing some of the pieces that I could put inside. So there is actually nothing, and that's something I regret. Okay, so you see here this ventilation system, and there is a canister and some additional engine. Additional canisters are actually everywhere. You can see the rear lights here, actually not done yet. The small 2-step ladder. And then I was spraying the outside. So first the underlying layer, which I decided would be black, and that's actually my application of the black color. I also used some masking tape. In this case I'm already wearing respirator and also glove on my left hand just in case. And here is the result. Yeah, so you see that I used some masking for the rear lights so that it's then easier to attach the lights. And here you see the truck is completed, and the rear part as well. So the last thing would be really only to assemble them. You see that here we have the glass windows, and it was also very difficult to actually paint the windows, and to be precise, you see that I also applied some dirt already everywhere here on the step, on the canister, quite everywhere. Yeah, so it looks dirty and realistic. There are also some decals here, but you see that they are not really flat. There are some very small bubbles and it doesn't look so great. I need to learn something about how to apply those decals. This one, the license plate, looks okay, not really any bubbles there, but the one above, it was a little bit worse. And here the last thing is the detailing of the model. So I used a very thin black color, with a thinner, and applied it between the panels, between the plastic panels or chassis panels, to also highlight some of the details. So you see how I did it. It was also very time consuming, but I saw in many videos online that people do that, and their models then look much better. Maybe you can also see that one of the windows, the middle window in the rear, I kept it open. You can actually decide to keep open so many things, the doors, the small doors and everything. And yeah, actually this is the result. This is the nice result from many angles, and I'm quite satisfied. As I said, it's my first model after 20 years, and yeah, I spent a lot of time on that. I had a lot of fun, but now I want to have again some break. Not another 20 years, maybe a little bit less, because I also bought some additional figures for this model. There is also this cabin, or I don't know, this control station actually, and in order to assemble the whole diorama, I will really need to do more. Yeah, so one truck is not enough. I also have the fire truck, which is very similar but more complicated because we have more colors, black and white. And yeah, so this one is the first example. So what I will continue doing now are more models like this. I will continue, of course, also collecting diecast assembled models of cars in 1:18 scale and other scales, but here this is also great to have some additional passion. So yeah, that's basically it. Now enjoy this rotating model of ZIL 131 of the Russian, or actually Soviet army, which was used in Chernobyl in 1986. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.